to our podcast today. We're going to be talking some technical mumbo jumbo around cloud monitoring, some really important things that we've created with my team here. So I got Dave Hamilton and Steve Horan from our team. Some great guys that are going to talk to you guys about some real specific things around our journey around Cloud Compass. So Cloud Compass is part of the suite of our Galileo Suite. We just recently added it to the suite, and basically what it does is we have the ability to take ingest operating system statistics, which are already collecting from our customers, ingest it, run it through an engine, and that will spit specific metrics for AWS, Azure, and some other clouds soon to come. It's available for both x86, Windows, Red Hat, Linux operating systems. We also have a power part of this solution where you can ingest power statistics, both I and AIX, and spit out what metrics our per CPWs might be in your environment. It's really meant for data migration to the cloud, or if you want to move to a private cloud for power, we can certainly do that. But again, the purpose of this tool is to do metric sizing to go to the cloud. We realize a lot of our customers, including ourselves, really don't know what a cost would be, right? A lot of customers think they want to go to the cloud, send a portion of their work go to the cloud, but they have zero clue on what that would actually cost. So this tool and solution gives you a real quick, easy method to check into that. So again, I got Dave Hamilton and Steve Horan. So Dave, let's start reviewing how this product really got started.
All right, thanks, Timmy. So Cloud Compass, which was originally known as Cloud Cost Calculator, was built like most other things at ATS out of the need to automate and optimize what we do. As many people that know our consulting services and Galileo historically, these tools are built out of necessity for some of the consulting work that we do. So let's say late 2018 and early 2019, Steve and I and the extended team were involved in quite a few cloud feasibility studies, or what was formerly known as cloud readiness or something of that nature. Just taking raw metrics, Galileo metrics, and et cetera, things that customers provided. And as Tim mentioned, reviewing those metrics for, is this application, is this piece of hardware, or is this data center able to move to a public cloud? In this case, we're talking about Amazon. And, we really pride ourselves on accuracy, as you guys know. So it was painstakingly difficult and time consuming to get all these metrics pulled together, reviewed with the customer. And so like many great ideas, this one was born over eating. And we were out at a burger joint in King of Prussia outside of Philadelphia having an extended lunch. And it was, I think it was Shake Shack of all things.
Yeah, I think so.
Their chicken sandwich is actually amazing, by the way, at a burger place, nevertheless. So we decided, what if we were to take the metrics that we have in Galileo already and just run them up against, the costing data that AWS provides, which is, already out there, public knowledge. And what was greenlit that day at lunch is what we call a side sandwich. And, as you guys are aware, but I'll explain it for people listening along. ATS is great about having a day job, but also having this other thing to chew on, that hence the sandwich. And I think Andy came up with that idea of this like technical project that is exciting, that's often worked on and nights and weekends. And so early iterations of the tool, which produced a really ugly looking spreadsheet, by the way, were done on nights and weekends to just try to get the logistics and the kinks worked out of it. And that slowly, I think we reviewed that with Tim the first time. I was like, oh, that's cool data. It looks like shit, or something of that nature. But we wanted to take it and put a better look and feel to it. And that's where the first automated reporting through Galileo Reporting Studio, GRS, was born. And so that iterated for a little while. And then finally it was, okay, let's take this from a sandwich project and move it into the suite and put some real development effort. And, that's where the Compass name and the product was born. Certainly not overnight, but that is the origin where it's come from.
Yeah, it's a great story. Yeah, the funny things that could come out on the back of a napkin. For those folks listening and watching, we have whiteboards all across our entire office because we like to do a lot of thinking and dreaming and erasing and seeing what's possible. So Steve, it was really interesting to me that you spent basically your off time, nights and weekends doing this. So what kind of generated your interest to go spend that quality time to go do this?
Yeah. Kind of as you said, most of this was done off hours and free time prototyping, and kind of people always ask the question like, why? Why are you going to give up your free time to do work? Which is really for your company or business. And it kind of goes back to those side sandwiches, as funny as it is to say. As engineers, architects, whatever you're doing in your career, right? You're always trying to look for ways to, either grow or improve or kind of have fun or enjoy something, right? And that's kind of what we align these, side sandwiches with is, we have a problem that we want to solve. And, there's maybe a new technology that we want to use to solve that problem. Or it's just a problem that we're really, don't want to deal with, or it's a problem that we have to solve. And this was kind of a mix of all of those, right? We had, a couple people learning new development tools, couple, my personal interest in some UI development, and then really just the cloud feasibility question, the cloud assessment question for our customers is kind of a process that I don't think anyone's going to want to do manually by hand, right? You spend all your career, trying to be really good technically, and then all of a sudden you're stuck doing cloud accounting work, like here's dollars and budgets. It's not really attractive to us as an engineer, probably some of our customers, that could be some toil work that a lot of your guys are experiencing too. So this was something that, hey, there's new developers, there's opportunity to kind of share information with people on our team that are interested in getting into the cloud. We get to get some experience with some new technology. So it's kind of like the perfect storm. It's just, hey, we're all working a 40-hour a week job or more. Sometimes you just have to take that offline and make that a process in your own time. So it was definitely a lot of fun. I think we had like 3 or 4 people originally working after hours on this, which was pretty fun.
Yep, sounds good, Steve. Thanks for that. I know it was quite interesting to me with our own cloud journey, moving Galileo, our SaaS offering, to the cloud, and the capabilities that you and Paul and some of the other guys had, or struggles, I should say, trying to find information within, in this case, AWS, to go find this critical information. So one of the reasons, again, why we did this is to, provide metrics to be able to see what do I actually need in the cloud. So,
yeah. Do you remember how long that process took too, right, Tim? It was, I think you asked us, hey, what are our current costs on-prem, which, that's a different problem to solve. And then, am I going to save money when we move? And I mean, that took probably a couple weeks, and our environment's not as big as some of our customers, right?
Yep.
And, when we look at other customers where they're asking us for help with, 200-300 systems, that could take weeks, months maybe. So the tool helps with a lot of that. Luckily for us, unfortunately, we didn't have the tool when we did the migration, but we took what we've learned and put it in the tool.
Yeah, great point. And I know one of our customers, so at the end of this, we'll let you know. So we did a webinar a couple weeks ago, did a full-blown webinar around Cloud Compass, shows you the screenshot. But one of our customers is in Azure, so we did ran them through our calculator or Compass solution, and it was striking on how much money they could save by going to another cloud vendor. And we actually proofed that with the customer, so really interesting. So guys, tell me, going back before our journey to AWS with Galileo, why did we choose, or why did you guys originally look at AWS?
That's a good question too. So for those that know ATS, maybe AWS was a logical solution for us for a cloud partner, but we actually took it very seriously, and I think it goes back to like 2014, 2015 timeframe when overwhelming customer demand had us do a very deep dive evaluation into all the public cloud providers, infrastructure as a service type providers back then. And, we used people like Gartner and then our own hands-on research to kind of just prove each of these platforms for not only just cost, obviously, but, the depth and breadth of services that they provide and, ease of use and that sort of thing with our customer base in mind. You guys realize that, the cloud is a great solution for some people, and others it's just, maybe just an auxiliary part of their business. So we kind of looked at it based on our current customer base and their needs. And so that's what first turned us on to Amazon's solution. And back then we started very small as a partner, as you guys know, and we took that seriously. Certifications, I mean, Steve, I can't even remember how many certs you have at this point, but the rigorous training and qualifications to be a select consulting partner, which is what we are today, that's something that didn't happen overnight. It was an investment that, as a company, we made of our time and certainly money and resources to the AWS platform. So, Tim, you spoke about the Galileo migration. I think that if anything else, if any of our customers or partners are listening, I mean, that really is the commitment that you're looking for. I mean, moving our own SaaS offering to their platform really is like a full circle from partner over here to, platform support over there and being able to run it day to day for our MSP customers, et cetera. So yeah, really, it did make sense. Now, since our partnership with AWS and, the 5 years that have gone by, in various engagements, we've certainly adopted other cloud platforms. We spoke about Azure and our skill in that area as well, which is coming to Compass soon. But, that original partnership and journey has been a good one and one we look forward to continuing.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, right? Like a lot of people I talked to after our journey, I wasn't technically involved in it, but as the manager in charge of that and whatnot, I tell you what, it's people think like, oh yeah, I can just spin up an EC2 instance, attach a couple EBS volumes and, log in and here we go. This is great, right? It's not that easy. In fact, I'd say it was like a lot of rocket science by you guys getting our journey done to the cloud, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that are capable, a lot of solutions, a lot of offerings within the marketplace. But I'll tell you what, moving to the cloud is not something simple. So, you guys did a great job, and that's one of the reasons why we did this Compass solution, because, customers taking a journey to the cloud without any experience can be a daunting task, right? First thing you want to know is what's the financial feasibility of this to go to the cloud? Is it even possible, right? So this gives you the very first step you want to do, right? Some customers don't even know their classification of data. Can I move my actual data to the cloud? We have some government customers that haven't gone through that exercise. They don't quite know if they can do it, right? But again, Compass gives you that very first step that you need to take. Is this even financially feasible for me to move some stuff to the cloud? And then you can take that journey. So any last words, guys?
No, except to say that, talking about this stuff is obviously a passion of ours, and look forward to doing it with you guys again.
Sounds good. So I appreciate your guys' time. Join us back for some additional podcasts. So go to www.theatsgroup.com and check out this podcast and many others as we continue to put them out there with some of our in-depth knowledge around cloud, hybrid cloud, and things like that. So Dave, Steve, thanks very much for your time today, and we'll talk to you later.